so hard, it's so hard, it hurts so bad when hearts are parted. Oh heaven knows, oh no, oh heaven knows, oh no. I try to guard it. It's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard, it hurts so bad when hearts are parted. Oh heaven knows, oh heaven knows, I tried to guard it, I tried harder each day, I sacrificed but it won't pay.
Hello, universe, and this be the bee, registered nurse and retired U.S. Navy, on a mission to promote health, wellness, but most importantly, happiness. And you're listening live on air to the Be Healthy Show, and I am your host, Nurse Debbee. And I just said that, but I don't want to toot my own horn with that wonderful introduction to the music. And I would like to introduce to you, or do you need an introduction, Mr. Ray Love, my co-host? Can you say something? You need to have your own introduction.
How's everybody doing today? This is your host, co-host, Ray Love. We're in the place to be today, doing what we do best.
Do you want to open the show?
Healthy show.
Do you want to open the show and tell them what we're doing today? We're discharging negativity, and we're going to teach you how to do that with positivity. That's right, positivity is a magical thing, and we're going to talk to you about that and why and how it is incorporated in the health. You know what? I can't stand that camera on me. That's why I do radio.
You don't like the camera on you? It's pretty awesome, though.
As long as you got a good angle. Last week you had a horrible angle.
I got a great angle.
Okay,
I can go up. I can go down. I can go right, left.
Okay. Are we doing live thing today or no?
Yeah, well, we're sort of, kind of.
Okay, good. All right. We're not.
We'll edit it.
I'm a discharge negativity because we're trying. I want to talk about just a minute before we bring in our special guest at the round table. We have a special guest today. We need to bring him right in because he's already telling stories pre-show. You know, everybody likes a good turtle story, yes. But when you, Dr. L, he's a child counselor, and he's amazing. What he does, his philosophy of care. I just want to mention it real quick because it has to do with our segment today. His philosophy is, there is no such thing as a bad child. just a child having a bad day. Is that true? How about you? You're a big man, child. That's what
I love Toys R Us, video games, and Pop-Tarts.
How about when you're having a bad day?
Toys R Us, video games, and Pop-Tarts.
All right, that sums that up. All right, so Dr. L, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. If you want to give the mic a big hello.
Hello. Thank you very much for having me on your show. This is great to give a person an opportunity to talk about their
Thank you. And you can step back from the mic now. I'm just kidding.
Thank you very much.
No, I know. I really love to hear you talk. I can be quiet when you talk because you always have so much substance to everything you say, especially when you're telling a turtle story. Like, I can't believe how many turtle stories you have. Like, you are a man full of a good turtle story. And that is what's amazing about you. It's because children love to hear what you have to say. You are like a counselor sent from heaven. Your vocation in life with children, and I can't tell you personal experiences with you about. I just like your philosophy of care when it comes to plan of care for children. And why is that funny? You have no idea what he's capable of.
I'm being a kid.
Okay, I'm sure this kind of kid has come into your office many, many times. See, the reason why we're having Dr. L in is because he's getting ready to retire, and I'm trying to stop him from retiring. So I want to tell you, as an adult child, I should really have a life coach with me at all times. I went to the zoo this weekend. I want to tell you about how I discharged some negativity, and I want to see, as a counselor, what you have to say about this incident that occurred. Okay, we were at the carousel. It's my son's birthday, and I will get to that too, but I have a special thing to say. It's my son's birthday. I'm at the carousel. If you all know about the Phoenix Zoo, shout out to the Phoenix Zoo, buzz. But anyway, the carousel is full of magical animals, okay? I'm getting all the kids out. I got a lot of kids with me in the 10-year-old range, everything. And there's a woman standing off to the side. She told me to hurry up. And I had to say to her, she was trying to ruin my bad day. So I discharged her negativity. Mr. L, tell me if you think this was inappropriate. I says to her, excuse me, I am trying to safely mount my seahorse and get my seatbelt on my seahorse so I can safely ride the carousel with the rest of my peoples. And I said to her, you need to just stand back and just relax while everybody is safely having a good time. Nobody else is complaining but you. I'm getting on my seahorse. I'm smiling. Everybody's smiling. Nobody else is complaining but you. Stand back. And then you can take your pictures. What's the carousel is a thing. I said the person in charge is a carousel runner over there. Not you. Not you. Stand back. So I hashtagged her bad, mean mom. Do you think that was bad? And then I got on my seahorse.
No, I think that is one solution. Another solution is you could have quietly told her you win that argument and keep on doing what you was doing.
I could ignore her. Right?
And also you could tell her, well, I'm trying my best and I would like for you to be a little bit more understanding, because you would diffuse the situation. Sometimes people have other problems. She could have had a bad day, somebody could have stepped on her foot before she got there and she wasn't really angry at you, but just being upset. But then you open up a whole cacophony of what could have been and things like that. But you handled it appropriately, You know what? You are absolutely right. I was inappropriate. Maybe I shouldn't have gone. No, I didn't say you were inappropriate.
I like the way that you said that. I wasn't thinking of her. Because I have been to the zoo and my son would push other people off his dinosaur at the carousel. And I would be like, I'm sorry, that's his dinosaur. And I was that type of mom back then. And maybe I should have just been quiet. That would have been better, don't you think?
You dealt with it the way you saw fit. You weren't aggressive towards the woman, so... there are a lot of situations where you have more than one right answer. you know. And in that case, you were okay. You know, you didn't tell her anything to make her feel bad. And you did focus, you know, you had eye contact with her and you were telling her about your wishes. So that was okay.
Right, because she didn't know I was safely mounting the seahorse. Who would have thought a grown woman was going to get on that carousel and safely put a seatbelt on?
Hey, you got a right to have fun, too.
I was having a good... What are you laughing at?
I'd love to be there to see that.
I got a picture on my Instagram. Go look. You don't
See
ride
you on
the...
a seahorse. That's got to be amazing.
That's my seahorse. I would put a name on it, but somebody already donated a name.
What did you name it?
Debbie, like they did in SpongeBob. What else would you name a seahorse? You think that's funny? My father was a seahorse racer.
Really?
That's a true story. Girl Scout honor. He raised seahorses. He had baby seahorses. Those were my first pets. I have seahorses in my... All right, I'm not going to go there. You got to pay extra. You want to see the world's tiniest seahorse racer in the world. It's at the pyramid. So anyway,
pretty cool.
It is
It
cool.
does,
And
yeah.
so I want to just show you. You see how talented Dr. Liddell is, Mr. Ray Loves?
Yes.
Do you see that?
Yes.
Now, if you can counsel me, adult woman child, you can counsel anybody. Dr. Liddell, I've come to see him just for no reason at all. I will pick up the phone and say, Dr. Liddell, I'm feeling like I maybe shouldn't even go out in public. I'm not public material. And he will counsel me and say, and what we learned just now, stick with us. We've got Dr. Liddell here on the Be Healthy Show with Nurse Debbee talking live. And we're going to come back and talk more about what Dr. L is going to do when he retires next year from child counseling. And we're going to talk more about counseling and how, what he does in his philosophy of there's no bad child or no bad adult, just people having bad days. There's people having bad days, not bad people, not bad kids, but people that are having bad days. And what he just talked about is having empathy for others and think before you speak, because there is always a kinder, gentler way to do things. Hashtag kindness matters. Hashtag kindness movement. And now we have bags that you can buy that say that, so that when you want to go off the kindness movement, you just take your bag off and say, I is on like Donkey Kong. I have taken my kindness movement bag off, and I don't have to be kind no more. Okay, we will talk about that when we come back too. So hang in there. This is Nurse Debbee on the air live with Ray Love.
Ray Love.
So let's dance and stay there. And this is B. Just stay here. You listen live on air with my co-host Ray Love on the Be Healthy Show. I wasn't even ready for you to come in, but that's okay. So, this is what we're doing today. We are discussing how to discharge the negativity. And if you're a nurse, you know why I use that word. Because you discharge from the hospital, you don't want to discharge with negativity. Discharge from the hospital with positivity. And sometimes you got discharge coming at you. If you're a nurse, you know what that word means. You don't want to use other words. You use discharge, you describe it. And today we're describing the discharge in life sometimes comes at you as negativity. So as a nurse, you got to put a bandage on it, and you just rip that off, and you use positivity. You even use it when you're in the hospital. Use that positivity when you go into the ER, because you don't know what the experience is going to be. You don't know if they're going to admit you. You don't know how they're going to treat you. You don't know if you're going to have a long stay in the hospital. You don't know what they're going to discharge you from the hospital with, or if it's going to be a life-changing, life-altering experience. But as a nurse, and on this show, I will always come at you with something that will help you in the hospital or with doctors and nurses. And I need to just reflect on this for just a second and digress from Dr. Liddell, our special guest. We're going to go to him in just a second. I want you to know, nurses, doctors, patients, you all are on the same team. And you need to work together when you go into the hospital. And you need to keep that positive vibe alive. Don't let anybody start discharging that negativity like a bullet out of a gun. Brrr, no, don't do it. You tell them no, we're not going to have that. We're only going to have positivity. And that's why Dr. Liddell, I like to call him Dr. L. That's why Dr. L is on the show. And it starts with being as a child, learning how to discharge from negativity. Because as nurses, as doctors, remember, they are practicing medicine. It is not an exact science, people. And you are an active participant in your care. If you don't know why or what is happening around you when you're in that hospital or in the ER, you need to rise up and find out. And if you don't like your nurse, if you don't like your doctor, you need to stop them in the hallway and say, I'm not okay. I'm not happy with what's going on around me. Can you help me feel confident and assured with what's going on? And they will sometimes realize, wait a minute, I didn't help this person understand what's going on. And us nurses sometimes just assume that you know what's going on. So I just want to reflect on that. And welcome back, Dr. L. Let's talk about how as a child it starts. Enforcing the fact, I love this philosophy of counseling that you bring to children when you work in the schools, that there is no such thing as a bad child. Just a child having a bad day. And I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and then I'm going to let you take the stage.
Okay.
One is that we talked in pre-show about when a child has a bad day, they end up in the principal's office. Principal sends them to your office, which is the counselor. Then they got to take whatever incident occurred and take it home. Maybe they get suspended, maybe whatever. They know right from wrong. And then they got to take that home and be punished or that all over again at home. So those 2 things. But I love the philosophy that you say there's no such thing as a bad child, just a child having a bad day. So I'm going to let you have the floor. And Ray, you take over from here, because you know I don't need to be talking and digressing any more than I already have. Okay? And then next segment, I'm going to tell you about my hashtag crazy camel love. I love my camel at the zoo. Okay, all right, I'll be quiet. Go ahead, Doc.
All right. Well, first thing I want to clarify something. My PhD is in something else. It's not in counseling.
That's okay, Dr. Phil. I don't care. If Dr. Phil gets yell out, Dr. Phil, I will do it too. You're a doctor, you're a doctor.
Yeah.
Your education level is important. You're a counselor, Just go.
Okay. Well, before I get to the child that's at the end of the day,
okay,
my beginning of the day is I go out to the bus stop and I observe kids as they come to school to see if they have problems right there. Because a lot of times in our demographic, which is a Title I school, that means most of our kids are very poor. A lot of problems come with poverty. So I have to make sure that the child, once they come to school, if they have anything that's causing them difficulty already, so that they won't go through their day and have to come home and be punished twice by the parent or whatever caregiver they have that's taking care of them. I can give them ways to deal with some of the problems that they have, or if I can't deal with that, then I will refer them to someone else. And there have been many situations where, there was a death in the family, they lost a parent, they didn't have anything to eat, they got put out of their home, just everything on that, whatever you can imagine happens to these kids where I am. And one of the reasons why I'm there is because I was one of those kids as a child, and I hate to see kids go through that. So I try to be a cushion, or in some cases a buffer with the problems that they have, and I give them some alternative methods to deal with some of the things that they have. Take a kid who's been told, you're not nothing, you're not worth anything, you'll never be anything. What can I tell that child? And they get bombarded every day. Well, I can be that light of hope. I can say, well, somebody else might say that to you, but you don't really pay attention to that. even if they say it to you every day, because I believe in you and I know that you can do things. I know that you can accomplish things. And then I will ask them, what are some of the things that you're good at? And they'll tell me. I said, see there, you are good at things. I give them some ways to think about positive actions and positive ways to help themselves deal with some of these problems. Now, at the end of the day, when the kid has been in with the principal and he comes to me and he's really, really upset, I have a punching bag and I have a noodle so they don't hit it with their hands, and I let them tear into that if they want to do that to deal with their frustration that way. And quite a few kids, they would tell me, oh, I feel a lot better now. That's one avenue. Another avenue is I will use videos that are specifically designed to children to discuss with them and show them coping mechanisms that they can identify with that will help them deal with their problems. And it depends, because people have fingerprints and they're all different, and it's the same thing with kids. Sometimes you have to do a combination of one or two things, or sometimes it might be several things, or sometimes it might be just one. But the most important thing is that I want that child, when they walk outside of my door, to feel better about themselves and that they know that they are okay.
And that is why I brought you to the show. I think that's the longest I've ever been quiet in my entire life. You see how powerful, Dr. L, you are? If anybody can make me be that quiet, that's why I am so mesmerized that you think you're going to be able to retire. You're not. I think you'll be retired for maybe 2 months and you'll come back. Sometimes this is a vocation for people. You have a gift. These kids, I'm saying this because I'm an adult and you're like a life coach to me. I pick up the phone, I call you, I say, I can't get off the phone with you because I just want to keep listening. You're an inspiration not only to children, but to other faculty members and to other disciplinaries in your fields.
Well, I'm still going to be, my purpose when I leave here is still going to be because of children.
Okay, well, you just hold that thought because
All right.
We're going to go to commercial and we're going to talk about what you think you're going to do when you retire, building dome homes, be the doctor of dome homes. So I told him we're going to inspire his dream, and I'm not going to discharge this negativity. We're going to hold on to this positivity. We'll be back with Dr. L. Be the Bee, registered nurse and retired U.S. Navy on a mission to promote health, wellness, and most importantly, people, happiness. I am really on a mission. I'm trying to sound...
You sound like you're on a mission.
I'm going into the James Mama. I'm live on the air right now. Live on the air right now on the Be Healthy Show. We're really on a mission today. And we're discharging negativity. You're saying that like that's derogatory. It's not. It's a nursing terminology. Nurses and doctors know what I'm using that word in an appropriate manner. Like if you're discharged from the hospital, or you got some discharge. Like it's a bad discharge is negativity. But you people, most of you people, I can't use that. So what we're doing is we're promoting positivity, and we got Dr. L. We brought Dr. L to the round table today, and he's a child advocate, and he's a child counselor.
You know what? Let's see if Dr. L can counsel you really quick. Tell him a quick problem. Let's see.
Okay, that's what we were going into. So yesterday, as y'all know, I took the Gus bus with a bunch of kids, 10 and 11, snotty-year-old. Okay, I'm back on the kindness movement.
Remember, kindness.
Kindness. And if you don't buy one of our bags, you're a jerk. Anyways, so back. Focus, Deborah. Focus to me. Okay, so I'm at the zoo, and of course, all these children didn't want to go with my program, and they all took off in their walkie-talkies and on their groups, so I was alone in my solace, in my Lululemon black spandex pants, my Adidas shoes, and my tank top. I look like all the moms, and my Cubs hats. I just want to say that because if you go to the Phoenix Zoo, you know I fit in. I look like all the moms there. It's like the uniform of the day at the zoo for the moms. Anyway, let's focus. Okay, so I need you to counsel me because I need you to understand the scenario. So I'm by myself with my backpack and I'm hiking through the zoo and I get to the baboos. I can't pronounce whatever they are. Baboos. Okay, so there's one by the window. And she reminded me of me. If I was a babu, I would be her. Because she was sitting on the window like she was waiting for all the kids for the day. And if I was a babu, I would have been her. Because she was sitting on the window, and as all the children came up one by one, she would sit next to them and she would say, take a picture from this angle, take a picture from this angle. And then I said to the kids, kiss her. And she would like push her cheek up on the window and let the kids kiss her. And then they would give her popcorn and she would pretend like she was eating the popcorn through the glass. I was like, if I was a babu, I would be her. And then I said, let's call her something. I said, let's give her a name. And I said, let's call her Babu. And then I remember that's not the right name. That's from the bear. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is that as a counselor, as a life coach, maybe you'll be a life coach when you retire next year. As a life coach, because I'm still going to call you. You know me. As a life coach, I sat in the back and I let the children come and go. But there was a moment where I looked at the babu and I said to her out loud, and I know she could hear me from the glass because those baboos have good hearing, right? I'm not saying like you're an animal thing expert, no, but we all know animals have good hearing. And I said to the babu, I just whispered, I said, should I come over and sit by you? Because there's no kids coming for a minute or two. And then I thought, no, because they're going to think I'm a crazy lady with a Cubs hat and all this yoga gear on. And I thought to myself, no, I'm having a really good day and I'm so full of positivity. And maybe that's why she's sitting by the glass, because I'm resting here and I'm sitting there watching her and I'm enjoying the children and she's interacting and she's modeling for the cameras. And I really want to get over there and sit by her because no one's sitting by her. And then the alpha babu was messing with his pick and fixing his hair and he was ignoring her and all the other. I felt a connection with her, like she was an outsider from the society of baboos, like I feel, kind of like with this jacket. I'm like an outsider of the baboos. So I knew how she felt. She wanted to be a movie star and on the camera, but she was more an outsider. But I want to take a picture with her. So tell me, should I have got in there and took a picture with her?
Well, yes, because what you talked about was very therapeutic for you. It was also very therapeutic for that baboon, for somebody. They might not actually understand every word that you say, but scientists say they have the intellect of almost a 13-year-old child, a full-grown baboon. So they do interpret body language, and they probably saw that your body language was warm and open, and they might have needed somebody too to have that kindness projected towards them. You know, you asked me earlier about what one of my goals is, and I know this might sound a little bit off color, but one of my goals is to make a person feel so good about themselves it would take the smile off a frog's face underwater.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
So I missed the opportunity to take a smile off a frog's face underwater. And I think it would have, because I would have got up in there and then some lady would have came up and been like, somebody call security. There's a lady over here kissing a baboon through a window.
Well, we need more people.
Okay, then I'm going to tell you about another experience.
Okay.
I was over at the camel visiting my, I have a camel at the zoo. His name is Crockett. And it's hashtag crazy camel love if you don't believe me. And I was visiting him because he's got a full-time job. We don't hardly see each other. We're both very busy. We're very busy, me and Crockett. So I was visiting Crockett, and when I got off him, it was very emotional. So I went to hug him, And this woman with a baby, thought she was going to interrupt our goodbye.
A human baby or a camel baby?
No, a human baby in his little basket. And I went to elbow the baby, and I thought, I better not. Do you think that was wrong, the thought? Like, why would I have that innate response to elbow that baby in the head?
Well,
I'm confessing. Dr. L, you just... I did it. I just saw it in the picture that I did that.
Well,
I was just and then I hugged the kid. I was hugging Crockett. Me and Crockett's face were in the picture, and I said, "Don't get in my selfie. How dare you photobomb me and Crockett?" So,
Well,
I mean, I get a little overly happy when I'm at the zoo as an adult, as a woman, grown child. I'm a grown child at the zoo.
Everybody
having a good time. I didn't even care that the kids were ignoring me. I didn't even care. I was having such a good... But to get to the point where I just ignore the whole world and I'm hugging my camel and I'm about to elbow a baby, that's... Where do I stop? Where do you draw the line on a good day?
You were in that moment of bliss, and you didn't want to be interrupted. And first of all, the person who was behind you, they should have understood that.
Respect your space.
And as far as you thinking about elbowing the baby, that was just a thought. You didn't do it. You know, that was just a thought.
But they could have fell down the flight of stairs. I mean, yeah. No, that was...
None of those things happened because you didn't do it. And you need to, in my opinion, you need to stop thinking about that bad situation and how it could have escalated worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, because that'll make you feel more guilty. Yes. And if you see that lady and that child again, you're going to feel bad just because they're there and because of the thought that you had. Well, wow, that's fast. You don't... When you are in a situation of
hashtag crazy camel love, you just gotta step back and realize safety first.
No. You were safe. You didn't do that. You were hashtag camel love, and that was a beautiful thing. You know, how many people in this world have pets? And they have pets for the very same reason that you hugged that camel. You know, and that was a stress releaser for you, and you needed that.
Yeah,
you were interrupted, and because you were interrupted, you thought for an instant, well, push these people out the cliff, but you didn't do it.
Exactly.
Right.
You know.
So that's where I want to go to. Is you see how Dr. L did that for me? He told me sometimes you can have you want to bring that blissful good day so good that you take the smile off a frog underwater. It's okay to be that happy. Sometimes you don't know. 9 out of 10 people you're going to bring some blissfulness to.
Right.
And that one person, maybe you do elbow a little baby in the head, but he'll get over it.
I really think you wanted to elbow that baby in the head.
But you know,
he'll get over it. They'll be fine.
Sometimes.
But the level
that mother's gonna have a good story to tell. Some crazy lady with yoga Lululemon pants on elbowed you when you're a baby. That's why I think you're a little messed up.
That's why we live in this beautiful house, baby.
Okay, so we'll be back with Nurse Debbee and Dr. L's here counseling me about my behaviors, and get out to the zoo and get some sunshine, fresh negativity. That's, all the negativity that comes in and out of your life. I'm telling you how to get rid of it just right. And that is being kind. You use that weapon and you use it right, because it is a powerful tool. It's like, that stick in The Walking Dead. All life is precious. Just, when that negativity comes at you just whoo, with the kindness stick, and you just take it and you say, you know what, I'm having a good day. You're not gonna mess up my good day. I'm having like a hashtag Phoenix Zoo good day. You're not messing my day up.
Elbow the baby in the head kind of day.
That's a hashtag crazy camel love kind of day, and it didn't happen. Okay. I'm wrapping this up here so we can go into other things, okay? And we have our special guest, Dr. L, the child counselor and adult man-child counselor / adult B counselor. He has also won the record today of keeping me quiet the longest ever in my life. I've called him. He's a discipline in my field, and he is I just want to mention he's trying to retire, and I don't think he will. This man is on a vocation. He has great therapeutic interventions, and I've never seen anyone so qualified in therapies such as art therapies, creative therapies. And I just want to emphasize his philosophy of care is this, especially when it comes to kids, and you can use this for adults too, but there's no such thing as a bad kid. Just a kid having a bad day. All right? Remember that, people. And when your kid brings home a note saying he went to the principal, then he had to go see the counselor, think about all of the things that he had to go through during that bad day. And sit him down and say, listen, here, you know what? You don't have to be punished again. You know right from wrong. And know, as a human being, we have an innate ability to be kind and to be nice and to be positive. Nobody wakes up saying, I want to have a bad day. Nobody does that. And neither should you. And even if you do wake up and you fall out of your bed, or your German Shepherd is biting you in the face because you forgot to put the kibbles and bits down at night, or her bowl's empty of water and she's whining at you. Oh wait, I'm going into personal experience way too quick. Just know you can always turn your day around with positivity and kindness, and even sometimes a smile. Let's try it. But we're going to talk about, I told Dr. L that we would talk about his positive thing. I wasn't going to be a dream crusher. If you read my blog, you know what I'm talking about. But why are you writing backwards?
So it show up forwards on Facebook.
Oh my goodness, that is hilarious.
That's
You take
awesome.
way too much thinking involved in these.
Thanks to one of my viewers, they told me, hey, it's backwards.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Okay, so I'm not going to be a dream crusher. If you read Debbee, Trump, Forrest, okay, we won't even tell you what my name on my blog is because I accidentally named it something stupid and now they can't change it from orazen.com. Anyways, if you read my blog, I'm not going to be a dream crusher. Dr. L, when you retire, let's talk about what you're going to do with your dome homes, because I'm into living in your dream, because y'all know I live in a pyramid. Let's talk about living in your dream, not living your dream, but living in your dream. Talk about what you're going to do when you retire.
Well, there are 67 to 72% of Americans who are working and they can't afford to buy the houses that are built today. And the median income for these houses are over $325,000. Those folks will never see those homes. I designed a house that'll be $60,000 or under, and that gives people opportunity. That's almost the price of an expensive car. That will give people opportunity to live in a home and have their family in a home and get some equity in their life. And I designed this house so that it would last at least 300 years. And the materials that I use are ubiquitous, so people don't get allergies, and they're designed to basically, for the most part, to heat and cool themselves. And they'll be easy to repair if any repair is necessary. They won't burn down. The insulation is made from basalt, rock wool, which is, it's all around us, and these houses are a way for people to have an economic foothold in society. They can save more money, buy more food, do more things with their money, because instead of paying somebody else $500 a month for rent, they could be paying $216 a month for their house, and all that other money they can save it or use it to have a better lifestyle. Also, I would like to go back to the kids. One thing that I tell them is a thing called, I say, struck with coolness. And what that means basically is, don't let any negative thoughts get into your head. And if somebody comes to you with the negative activity or something like that, just say, I'm not doing that because I am struck with the coolness.
Yeah, I like that.
You are part of my tribe. I like that.
I like
I'm
that.
struck with coolness.
Struck with coolness.
And And these, I have many years of experience with domes. I was a consultant on a dome project, one of the first ones of its type here in Phoenix. It is the Robert Duffy High School, is located on 26th Street and Washington.
Let people know how they can get a hold of you. If they want to get involved in the project, if they want to help, if they want to help people that are homeless, if they want to help you get grants, get involved in your 501c. Let's get this off the ground.
The name of the website is Dr. Liddell Builds Better Domes. It's on Facebook. I do have a program for veterans' homes, and people. It's a for-profit corporation, but anybody who wants these houses built for veterans, I will inscribe each person's name who donates over $50 onto the structure, and it will be there for the life of the structure.
And let people know, you don't just need money. You need people that want to volunteer, that want to get involved, that want to be part of this project.
Exactly. I do want that. I have a property on South Phoenix. I had a contractor. His name is Lee Price. He was working on the project, but he hasn't finished yet. He's been working, upgrading 2 houses, but it's taken him over a year to do the work, and so I'm still locked up until he can finish.
And I want to do a buzz out to Job Corps. Job Corps is an amazing place.
Yes,
they
it is.
They have put out some amazing young adults who are doing amazing things. And I think maybe this might be something they want to get involved in to start learning about, because new and improved eco-friendly homes that are economically efficient for people to build and live in is the new way to go.
I have a kit. I haven't put it out yet, but the kit will be $15,000 for a home.
So that's something to think about. Stop thinking in the box, people. Let's not be in the status quo all the time. You know, you can just tell by looking.
Think in the dome.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a regular dome.
Or think in the pyramid.
It looks more like a house.
I won't tell you, but I will tell you, SRP better start talking to me, because I took an energy bill that was $500 a month to $139. But in my pyramid, it's only $65 a month, and I won't go there. But anyway, we need to push #kind of movement. Now we have our bags. If you want one, if you don't want one, you're a jerk. Oh, I just fell off the hangers movement.
Buy it for a birthday present, Christmas present.
Or just let me know, and we'll get
Friends
you in the
gift.
bag.
Yeah.
Okay, so be here next week. Sundays at 4 for more.
Sundays at 4.
And that's me to be.
And that's me, Ray Love.
That's right. We'll see you next week. Sundays at 4 for more on the Be Healthy Show with Nurse to Be. Live, people, on air. Radio.
Woo, woo.
Thank you, Dr. Liddell.
Thank you very much, 1100 KFNX.
That's right. And boogie woogie on out.
Hey.